Let's continue with our day. 7:45 in the morning, and one of our Discover educators looked up and was surprised to find all of his students ready to learn 15 minutes before the bell rang. Does that happen to you? This Discover educator in particular was having problems with tardiness, so he decided to implement a new program called On This Day. Every morning, 15 minutes before the bell rang, he would open his door and then lock it. Students that were inside were able to explore the Discover Education On This Day calendar. Together, they would click the full calendar and look at all the different events that happened for the day in every subject area. Students would then decide which one they wanted to learn more about. On this particular day, students were interested in learning more about the Exxon Valdez and the oil spill. This educator showed the videos, pulled up some images, and then led a great discussion comparing and contrasting how oil spills are dealt with differently over the years. At 8 o'clock, the bell would ring and he'd allow the rest of the students in. He'd been at a recent Discover Education professional development and realized that speaking their language is very important. Take a look at the writing prompt. Any of you can figure it out? Here's a helpful hint. Providing different strategies like this is just enough to get your students' undivided attention. If you want to have fun with your students, visit translated.com. This is also helpful if you have teens that are texting and you're not sure what they're saying. You can actually translate from lingo to English or English to lingo. But let's begin with language arts and your literature circles. Another Discover educator realized that many of his students would be watching the Hunger Games. To encourage literacy, he had his students read the book as well, but to provide some differentiation, found the audiobooks available in Discover Education. Within Discover Education Student Center, he was able to not only assign the audio passages, but create a reading comprehension quiz based on the book, using Discover Education's Quiz Builder. A series of multiple choice questions the students are able to take, and it grades it for them instantly and for you. You are also able to determine whether or not the students are able to see the correct answers. In language arts that day, they were looking at textual evidence, comparing and contrasting. He was able to find a great Common Core model lesson. The topic was what really happened on Paul Revere's ride. Students would be looking at Henry Longfellow's poem, which made Paul Revere famous, and comparing it to Paul Revere's deposition, and also a variety of videos on the topic. Together, students would journal using their linguistic and non-linguistic abilities. And then the end goal was for the students to create a board, essentially a website, outlining what really happened the night of Paul Revere's ride. Using Discover Education's Board Builder, students are able to upload their own videos and even their own drawings. Pause the video now and take 60 seconds to write down as many ideas as possible for utilizing digital media in language arts. If you don't teach language arts, think of the different resources that you just learned about. How can you use any of these resources in the subject areas you teach?